Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at GLMR. We got a lot of requests for this token, so let's jump straight into it. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Taking a look at the CoinMarketCap page, first of all, we can see that the circulating supply has been increasing and it will continue increasing with the subsequent token unlocks. And you can see the vesting schedule right in front of you. This is all available on the CoinMarketCap page. So as the supply keeps increasing, it's going to be harder for the price to come back up to the same all-time high that we have from January 2022 at roughly $13. So just keep that in mind when you're getting into GLMR, and this chart does not look very good. We're going to try to keep it brief because there isn't a lot to update, unfortunately. So GLMR is still in a bear market. We still haven't broken above this major resistance. This is the August 2022 resistance level sitting at 80 cents. So we want to see that broken before we can start talking about any other major targets to the upside. Until that happens, we're still in a bear market. We just printed a lower low. So we had this low in September. We just printed another lower low in September 2024. So this was 2023. A year later, we dropped even lower. From the current local top that was printed in March, we're down approximately 67%, obviously. And then if we take this April 2022 high, then from there, we're still down 96%. So with a $200 million market cap, can this do more than a 10x with the current situation that these Polkadot projects are finding themselves in? I find that hard to believe, unfortunately. I am a GLMR holder. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the project is bad all of a sudden, but I was giving you this notion that if projects don't perform well during the end of this year, right, when we start popping off, then it may be a sign that these projects are not going to be doing very well, especially if you compare them to some of the other projects that have been, doing incredibly well. So the weekly chart is showing us that GLMR is breaking past the 20 EMA, so that is a good sign. I'll give the chart that. That is a good thing. Now we want to hold above this level as support. So we want to keep back testing this green block as support because it was our resistance. Before that, it was our support in June 2024. So we want to flip this back to support once again, and we want to start attacking the 55 EMA that is over here. This red line is the weekly 55 EMA. We want that to be broken, and we want to drag the 20 EMA right behind us. Why we want to do that is because we want to see a bullish cross. So once the price starts going up, the 20 EMA will follow and it will cross the 55 EMA, and that bullish cross will be your bull market confirmation for GLMR. Because Bitcoin is in a bull market, the altcoin market is, or the altcoin chart, right? The total 3 is in a bull market, but GLMR is not. So this is a project specific issue or an ecosystem specific issue. And like I said, until we start breaking these major highs, I can't be giving you these massive targets to the upside, right? We can't be talking about $2.20 when we couldn't even break above 80 cents with this rally that we had back at the start of the year. So all of these are very important things to consider. We have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the current bear market bottom to the local top from March earlier in the year, and we have our 1.618 target perfectly matching the top from June 2022 at $1.32. So that will be our technical target only after we break past this level over here. So after we break above the March 2024 high, then we can be expecting a retracement all the way up to $1.36. from the current price, that would be approximately a 500% move to the upside, which again, that's not bad, but are there any other projects that are probably going to do better? Yes. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. So it depends on how bullish you are on this project, depends on your risk management, and of course depends on your entry. I entered very, very low in to the bear market here. So my average is around 28 cents, I believe. And I'm actually thinking about selling my GLMR, full disclosure. Now, when am I going to do that? The patrons will find that out. We're going to have all of my trade alerts on Patreon. We already do, and we've been showing my portfolio for a very long time. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check out our Patreon. There's an ongoing 30% Black Friday discount, so make sure to check that out and make sure to get it there in time. But back to the charts here, we can pull up the stochastic and the relative strength index. You can see the RSI is just starting to move up, so this could be the beginning of this move. But the stochastic is showing us that the asset is already overbought in the short to mid term. But keep in mind, the stochastic can sometimes stay in the overbought for an extended period of time. So you don't necessarily have to sell as soon as you see the stochastic RSI in the overbought. Now the RSI is more of a long-term indicator. So if you see the RSI, going past the index of 90 and doing something like this, this is where you want to be taking profits, especially with a project like GLMR, because once you get to this area, obviously with the token inflation, it's possible you're not going to even get back up to $5 in this bull market, right? That's still possible. So you want to make sure you secure your profits as soon as you can, and you want to make sure you have an exit strategy ready and set to go. And that's about it, right? There's not a lot to cover here. We want to see some movement. We want to see more volume coming in. So the volume indicator has to show us bigger candles. And we want to be breaking past this March local high and then that massive resistance from August 2022 that sent us into this bear market downtrend. Hopefully that explains everything well. Hopefully that gives you an insight to my position on GLMR. I'm not overexposed to it by any means, so you shouldn't be overexposed to any coin unless it's Bitcoin, because things like this can happen and then you don't know what to do, right? If you bought in, let's say, over here at 80 cents, or God forbid you bought in all the way up here at $5-6, then it's going to be really hard for you to sell at a profit. So you should have been dollar cost averaging throughout the bear market here so that your average can go as low as possible, so that during the bull market you can sell as soon as possible and flip into a different coin, a more bullish project. So look for that bullish cross, which is going to be a major catalyst. Look for the break of that 80 cents area and that March 2024 high. From there, we can start targeting $1.36. Thank you all for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Stay safe and goodbye.